Hi everybody, my name is Devin Santamaria. Today I'll be interviewing Ariana Lopez
Hi.
and Sydney Butcher.
Hi.
This interview serves the purpose to highlight the disconnect between the agriculture industry and the average consumer. Ms. Butcher hopes this interview sheds the light on the need to lessen agricultural literacy in the general public for the betterment of the consumer and the agriculturalist experience. Ariana, to start with you, what is your knowledge on agriculture? If you have no knowledge, what do you think it consists of?
I don't really have a lot of knowledge towards it. I didn't grow up, with that whole entire topic. What I do know, it's obviously like farmers, carrots. When you go to the grocery store, you see all of that stuff. Yeah. Potatoes. That's as much knowledge as I have.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Sydney?
Well, I grew up actually in the agricultural industry. I was raised around livestock, hay operations, farming, like Ariana's familiar with. If I had to briefly explain what agriculture is, I would say it's different sectors. It's not just farming and animals. We have agricultural mechanics, we have livestock, we have ag policy, ag law. We even have like business and ag communications. It's a lot of different things, but no matter what sector you are in the agriculture industry, everyone has a good work ethic and has a sense of working for everything you have. That's what I love about this industry, is that one of our core beliefs, if you ask universally anybody in the agriculture industry, is we live in an industry where it's very much so you have to work, you have to be willing to put in the work.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
that's a very good question. Very good answers from both of them. Ariana, what do you think is the biggest misconception about agriculture?
For me, it's really like where it comes from. I myself, I don't really look into that. I feel like I should be doing that more, where food actually comes from and where we're actually getting it from. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what's being added to most of these products now that they're selling to us. So I don't really know what I'm eating at, like, to a certain point.
Exactly.
So it's just like, we don't really know where we're getting our produce from.
Exactly. Yeah. What about you, Sydney?
like Ariana touched on, there is illiteracy is a very big problem in the U.S. And like she said, most importantly, you get our food from our industry. So as consumers, I think it's very important that you know what's going in your food so you can make informed decisions about what you think is okay for you and what you don't think is okay. And it goes beyond food, because it's not just food we're providing for the country. We're providing materials to make clothes. We're providing infrastructure. Like I touched on earlier, we have ag law and ag communications. It's very important for consumers to follow up on ag law so you know what laws are being passed and what laws are being denied that affect you directly as a consumer and that affect us as a whole as an industry. And ag communications, learning about that, you are then understanding how us as agriculturalists are communicating to the public and what we use and what ways we think is best to talk to someone like Ariana that doesn't know much about agriculture. So I think it's very important that like consumers and like just us as a country really brush up and realize how important agriculture is and how important it is to know about our industry, at least have a general knowledge of our industry.
Exactly. I think that's very correct with what you're saying, and I don't think myself personally, I don't know a lot about agricultural law and everything else that you just stated to us, but I really want to learn more now that I heard you talk. Yeah. Like, I want to learn more about agricultural law. I think you can agree with me on that as well. I think it's very important, especially for right now, since grocery prices are going up.
Yes.
I think it's very, very important.
With prices going up for the consumer, it's also that goes hand in hand with with farmers and producers. Whatever you produce, it goes up for both ends, so it's something really that we need to become aware of, and us as agriculturists need to really take the time and see the importance of educating consumers.
Yeah, especially right now.
Yeah,
of course. Well, that concludes our interview today. I hope our viewers are able to learn something from this. I want to thank Ms. Ariana Lopez and Ms. Sydney Butcher for their time.
Hi, as Devin introduced me, I'm Sydney Butcher. Thank you for watching this video, and I really do hope that this sparks a curiosity to learn about an industry that so many dedicate their life to. At the end of this video, there will be a couple websites we provide that you can get your agricultural information from. Have a good day.